Oh, hey Matthew.
What's happening?
Um, Nothing much. So how's life been, Matthew, after Love Games?
God, it's been what, like 100 fucking years or something like that. So it's treated me well. It's living life and just hustling and grinding every day on different projects.
Cool.
That's pretty good to hear. That's pretty good. What were the girls like on the show? Like, how were they? Like, what were their personalities like?
Well, I mean, you had a few different personalities on the show with the girls. I mean, shit. If I can recall right, I mean, obviously you got sassy, you got smooth, chill, and like one like you really don't want to fuck with type of deal and all that stuff. So you basically just knew how to adapt to each personality. I mean, obviously it was crazy times and crazy things going on there, but other than that, I mean, people and personalities. It's potentially it was a way to make things like clash a little bit.
Yeah,
All right.
that's good to hear. Yeah, it's very understandable.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
Yeah. Because I must admit, when the season that you were on, I'm not gonna lie, I looked directly at you because you seemed like you were chill. You were just the type of person that, and plus not only that, but you did really nice things for everybody.
yeah,
And I even remember one episode that I remember Bruno played like a little prank on you,
yeah.
and you got him back. Like, did is there anything we didn't see behind the scenes?
Nah, man. I mean, everything. So I'm trying to think. Was it when I got the cookies and all that stuff put on me while I was sleeping, or was it?
yeah, the prank. Bruno had did a prank on you, and I remember like you found out about it, and someone must have told you, but you
Yeah.
found out about it, so you wanted to score him with mustard as like a revenge prank thing.
Oh yeah. I mean, there was literally like no holding back anything whatsoever. I mean, when you're on those type of shows, they basically just say, you know what, you only get one fucking shot. Like nothing scripted, nothing like that. He's like, don't think 5 minutes later that you should have done something. You just fucking do it. And so when I did that, I was like, all right, it's going down now with the whole fucking mustard thing. And lo and behold, I don't think people thought I probably would do something like as silly as that. But I'm like, well, I know I'm a nice guy and all that shit, but I mean, you don't really want to cross the line. If you want to play the game, you got to be able to take it.
Most definitely. I mean, what they say, it's like if you can't like, because I mean, what he did, he pranked you first, and you just returned
Oh
the
yeah,
favor. So I didn't
exactly.
understand why he was so mad.
Yeah, I think it's maybe I don't know if he didn't like mustard or what, or just shit got all over. But I mean, other than that, though, I mean, after the show, I mean, everyone was cool with each other. I mean, I think some of the dudes there like created a bond. I mean,
Yeah,
still to this day. So it's a
definitely.
yeah, it's a
Um,
cool thing.
so, um, a question I have for you is like, are you like cool with Bruno now? Because I know like on the show, like for some whatever reason, he wasn't like out of all the guys, you were one of the guys that he wasn't too fond of. So like like me and others were wondering like, are you cordial with him? And yeah, like are you cordial with him? Like, are you cool with him or?
Yeah, we legit what after the show aired. I don't know, months and months later, something like that. Like there was a little party going on that I was hosting up in Northern California, and he rolled through. I mean, we're all cool. I mean, it was a show. It was like different personalities and everything like that all clashing together and seeing what was going down. But yeah, no, I think not too long after. I mean, we were super cool. It was a show and it was TV, and so he came out to that one party I was hosting, and I mean, it was chill. I mean, he's doing his thing. He's doing great and all that stuff. I wish nothing but the best for anybody on that show. obviously there was a reason we were all there for, whether it was one thing or another. But yeah, no, Bruno and myself, it was just that time on the show, and then after that was cool. I think we spoke, besides seeing each other in person that one time, we spoke a few times after. So, yeah.
That's good to know. I'm glad that things went well. Another question I have is like, I'm happy. I'm happy like that you found like the love of your life. How
Oh,
did
yeah.
you how did you meet her? Like,
She's right here.
no, I was referring to Muffin.
Yeah.
That is adorable.
That's the love of my life. You're talking about the human being,
Yeah,
Janvier.
like how did you meet her? Like how did y'all like connect? How did y'all connect with each other?
Well, that's a funny story. So I was at a Fit Expo working 10 years ago this July 5th. I was at a street corner, took my buddy out to the event. We went to some bars, talked to the bartender. It was super chill since it was 4th of July weekend. Everyone was out of town. Um, I don't know, around 11:30 or so, we were walking back to the hotel, and I'm like, dude, I got to stay out just for a little bit longer, see who I can connect with. It's like, all right, we got to get up early. I was like, cool, no big deal. Standing there on the street corner a little after midnight, I hear voices behind me. I look behind me. It was Genevieve, her 3 girlfriends, and a really good guy friend, Tim. And that's essentially like how we met, on the street corner a little after midnight, walked back to the bar, all had a great night, and come to find out, we legit didn't know we lived only 15 minutes away from each other in LA. But we met in San Diego on the street corner. Yeah, 10 years ago this July 6th.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. But I'm glad that you have. It seems, of course, you have a lot in common. But I'm just glad that like you're happy. Like I'm happy for you,
Thank
uh,
you.
as well
Yes,
as
most definitely.
daughters.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty wonderful. I think that's good that even like after the show that you ran into someone and then that became something more. And I love seeing that because it's like, usually after reality shows, people, they're not the same. And I'm glad that after the reality show, it really made you, cause you do fitness and all of your videos are amazing. I go to the
thank
gym
you.
every single day. I look at them and I'm just like motivated. So I think that's something that I'm really glad to see somebody do because it's more so you're giving out more positive information than just like, hey, I'm selling this or this and this and this. You're
Yeah,
actually giving information.
exactly. I'm not just here to sell a product or anything like that. Like, if you asked me years ago, even the wife would say, I used to be completely like dick in the gym, in the sense that, like, if I think you can do 1 more rep, 2 more reps, I was just like, you can do it. You can do it. I'm like, keep on fucking going. And lo and behold, we don't work out together because of those like reasons years back. But now I've learned to like reel back. And if you could only walk for 10 minutes, or if you could only do 2 or 3 reps, I tell people it's better than doing 0. Showing up is half the battle. So I try to spread, that positivity, and I'm all about this being, that positive vibe, having everybody, like, you just said that you look at the videos and all that stuff, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here, to spread that fitness and all that stuff. And one of the things too is every person's body is different. My body is completely different. We could be doing the same exact thing for months. My body can change differently. Yours can too. So I try to stress to people that what is your ideal body? Not fucking someone on the billboard, not someone in a fucking magazine, but like,
Exactly.
what do you feel like, makes you happy at the end of the day? And there's a lot of like negativity, and a lot of people I think get down on themselves because of that. They're like, I'll never look like that. You'll never look the way you want to look if you don't put in the fucking work. Plain and simple. It's literally every day. Your rest days should be like stretching or going for like a nice little walk or playing like an activity you like doing. So it's crazy, but I mean, it's a great thing. It's like I think a lot of people in the gym get, they're like, oh, they're a bunch of, lunks, like Planet Fitness says, or meatheads or something like that. But in all reality, that's like where we go to decompress. Like, that's our therapy, lifting weights, doing some sort of a physical fitness thing.
Yeah,
So,
most definitely. So do like a serious question
yeah.
is like, do you regret like doing like being on like reality TV? Like, do you regret being on Love Games, or you don't regret?
Oh hell no. I don't regret
Yeah.
anything in my life, because I tell people, if you start regretting something you did, then and you want to wish you can go back and change it, you shouldn't. You shouldn't have done it then in the first place. Life,
Exactly.
literally, life is about living the way you want to live. That reality show was a fucking experience, let me tell you that. I got after was it after the first episode aired, I was driving up to Northern California, and about halfway, an hour and a half into the drive, I stopped at a gas station out in the middle of nowhere, and I'm just filling up gas, walking inside, getting something, and this girl must have been, fuck, I guess I was 25 at the time, 26. This girl and her mom and all said, like, oh my gosh, are you Matt from Love Games? And she must have been like 16 with her mom. And I'm like, I was thrown off. She's like, can I have a picture? I was like, okay. And I forgot to get like the social media so I can see it too. But I was literally just thrown off by that, because I'm out in the middle of nowhere getting gas and someone like recognized me. So, yeah, no, I don't regret a thing I do. I mean, I do things because I want to do them. I don't want to look back a year, 10 years from now and be like, fuck, I wish I didn't do that, or I wish I did that. So,
Yeah, I see your point. But I'm definitely happy that you're appreciative of like, people who like, noticed you. Have you gotten noticed recently? Like, I asked that because you do look, a lot different, obviously, because it's been years. But like, do people still notice you, or not really? Like,
I don't really, let's see, the only other few times I got noticed was I was working an event in San Diego, and a few people recognized me and like took photos at like this massive concert. But other than that, though, I mean, I travel for work a lot and all that stuff, and no one recognizes me. But it's funny because other things I've done, as soon as I say I've done a reality show, they're like, wait, which one? I'm like, oh boy. And of course, my wife, well before she was my wife, her family also got a good like laugh out of the show, because they're like, wow, like, okay, well, that's good time. Just like, yep. So yeah, I haven't been shit recognized at all for that in years. I've tried to like not keep that in the, I guess keep that in the past, but not like really bring it up or do anything like that, because, but then all of a sudden I see y'all have all these like, what? It's been like a month or so. I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on right now? Is this shit like reliving? Okay, whatever.
yeah,
Yeah, most definitely, because we like to, for example, get everybody, including like not just bad girls, but also the guys that were involved, like with Love Games and stuff, because it's kind of like life after. Like, what are they doing now, and how has it impacted them?
Yeah, I think John Miller, he's a sheriff. He's a sheriff
yeah.
in Indiana, and he ran for city council, I believe. So, I mean, he has a beautiful family. He's doing well. Corey B,
Corey
he
B.
has,
Yeah, he has kids now, from what I
yeah,
see.
he has a beautiful family. I think he's a welder. He travels for that.
Wow.
Ben's, he's fucking just blowing up hard.
Mm.
What he does, what I like, is he'll keep quiet under the radar, and all of a sudden like he'll pop up on social media like with some stuff he recently was doing or upcoming stuff. And I mean, he's grinding every single day. He has, I believe, an acting modeling book out, and he's done a lot of stuff. And I'm trying to think, besides them, I don't think I've. Oh, you know what? Why did I just blank out on his name? DJ. Oh, fuck.
Mm. There's a lot from your season that I'm trying to think of, because I know like I follow a few of them. like Corey W, the other Corey, the one that yeah, Corey W, he's cool.
Yeah.
Bruno, of course, Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno, I think Bruno's a firefighter in
Oh,
San
Greg.
Francisco. Greg, yeah, Greg.
Greg did a lot
is
of stuff. He's a
so
DJ, I think, right, or something.
yeah, Greg's a DJ. So what was great about him is shortly after the show, he came out to LA, and I let him crash with me for like a day or two, and we went to the gym, played basketball, and all that stuff. And we kind of had like it wasn't a problem on the show or anything like that between us. I don't know I forget what it really was, but I mean after that, like I mean, you know, he talked a lot of shit and all that stuff, and he said that on Facebook. He's like, but you know, that Matt guy is a really cool fucking dude. He's like, you know, I chilled with him for a day or two. So I mean, yeah, Greg was cool too. I've hung out with him a few times. So yeah, I mean, those were mainly like the folks I think we stayed in contact with like after the show.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Another shocking thing, like regarding Greg, is it's crazy how he was the first guy to get eliminated. Yet he seems to be like the most, you know, known, almost in a way. So I find that to be, you know, shocking. Like he did a 180. Like he's like very like known for her, like, you know, his music and just other things.
Yeah,
like,
and
being a DJ.
his music is fire because he's from Boston, I believe. Oh, does he travels a shit ton, but yeah, his music is fine, and it was definitely shocking to like a lot of people that he was eliminated first.
Yeah.
So,
but you know, like things happened. Like, you know, at the time, Leah, Amber, Natalie they just made decisions that were, you know, the best for them at the time. I'm pretty sure they regret it now, but you know, can't really go back.
yeah.
But you know, Greg seems happy. He has a girlfriend, I think, so that's good. So I'm glad he found love either way.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing well. A lot of them are doing well and all that. So it was funny that since all this stuff came up, I saw y'all posted Taylor was on season 3 or season 4.
No, Kayla, right?
No, Taylor from our first season.
Yeah, Taylor was on the season. I think you're the same season you were on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he was Taylor, but he was known for his bow ties. But then he was on season 3 or 4. 4. Season 4. I'm like, damn. Okay, he's going back for more drama. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's a question I wanted to ask you. A question I really wanted to ask you was, what was Taylor like in the house? Like, because like him and John had got into it. Was there anything that wasn't shown, or did like anything more like? Because John got up like just so quick. I'm thinking they didn't show a lot. So did we miss anything from that scene?
There was stuff. I mean, the camera was pretty much rolling almost 24/7. Obviously, there was a few times when we were sleeping. There was, I believe there was cameras. Maybe I don't know we were sleeping or not, but I'm trying to think. I know what instance you're talking about, but I don't know the exact details on it. But no, he got up fucking quick. But they had a little beef for a little bit. But I mean, Taylor, he was a cool dude. I mean, like I said, he was known for his bow tie and all that stuff. And I thought he was talking about like opening up like, you know, a bow tie company or something like that a while back. And then all of a sudden I like saw him on season 4. It's like, oh fuck, he's going back. But no, that instance, nothing that I can think of that wasn't shown on camera at all whatsoever. Because the first few days or so, you obviously have this shit in your face. You know it, but then after a little bit, you just forget the cameras are there. Because if you know they're there, then you might think, okay, maybe I'll try this, maybe we'll do this. No, but you just do it. So yeah, pretty much what you saw was, I would say 99%, 95% of the stuff. But obviously, you know, once they cut everything, they show you, they depict you however they want to, because it's reality show and people love drama.
Yes.
So.
Which moves on to my next question. And I have a feeling that the question is that, is there anything that wasn't shown that time when you did get drunk on the show and the girls were just like completely just kind of not really knowing what to do. They were kind of just confused.
Well, a lot of people are like, what the fuck's going on? So most of them went on dates. Ben's, myself, a few other people stayed at the house. And of course, I don't think Ben's had a drink that night, but he made some good, like, daiquiris that you don't taste the alcohol. So,
Yeah.
lo and behold, when they had the confession room and all that stuff, I mean, I don't know how many drinks I had, but then there was obviously that rooster apron. No, they were like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, I was obliterated, like, completely, like, smashed. And I started remembering things like the next few days and all that stuff, so forth. I'm like, wow. They were a little lost, but then they realized, like, wow, he's fucking, like, drunker than shit. And I think the cameras are definitely rolling then. So pretty much like you saw me over the toilet, you saw me, like, doing whatever else I was doing at that time. But yeah, no, they were a little thrown off, but then they finally, like, got the sense of, like, damn, okay, well, he needs to go to bed now. I think I was in bed at one point, and then I got back up, and then that was the same night that a light fell on my shoulder and burnt me. So that was good. Well, yeah, it was. They were on the beds. So say if you wanted to, like, read a book or something, you just click the light, and so I guess it was still on. No one knew, and someone was trying to twist it, and it fell right on my shoulder, and I fucking woke up. I was like, "Oh, what the hell just happened?" It was it was good times, and then I think, like, a few days later, so I was booted right after the incident. So yeah, it was yeah, that night I remember the apron. I remember a few drinks. Don't really remember much after that, and then I remember the toilet. And then the camera's there. And then the girls coming home from their date. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what were your thoughts? Oh, you go.
That's okay. Another thing I noticed was, like, you were like, it seems like based off of, like, what we were shown, you were pretty much like the maid of the house. Like, one thing about you is that you always like to, like, make sure the house was, like, clean and stuff. So how did you feel, like, even though, like, you and Ben's are, like, very, like, cool now and close, how did you feel when, like, the guys were, like, attacking you just because you wanted to be the maid of the house? Like, how did it feel?
I mean, I guess I got titled, like, the maid of the house because I do like everything clean and all that stuff. And so, like, if once there's a mess, I like cleaning up after that. However, I guess that wasn't the whole reason being there. Like, if shit was dirty, whatever, doesn't matter, just keep on moving on. But I wanted things clean, and obviously I was, getting shit for it, but at the end of the day, I really didn't care, bringing the girls breakfast, doing all that, all that good stuff that, like, I normally do. But obviously there was different agendas on the show for all that fun stuff. And I mean, it was funny, the host, I tried to bake cookies without knowing the exact temperature or anything like that. And I think I might have had them in a little too long. And of course, the host tried to, like, eat one, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And I threw it down because they were a little overcooked. But I was trying to, like, maybe I'll bake some cookies, this and that. And so it was, yeah, I didn't mind. I mean, I don't care what other people think, I did or I do, because at the end of the day, you got to be true to yourself.
Yeah.
That is, yeah, because there ain't nothing wrong with cleaning. Trust and believe me, so if they were giving you crap about cleaning, oh, that's okay, because it's better to have somebody clean than somebody just dirtying up everything.
Yeah, because then you can imagine plates and if no one cleaned, I mean, shit would be stacked and put up everywhere and all that stuff, and I mean, it would have been a complete mess. So it was definitely good times. 20, 25 I was, yeah. So it's been a hot minute, but yeah. So at my house, I can clean, but my wife says her cleaning and my cleaning is different because she really loves, like, cleaning. I get the job done, but not, like, where it's her, like, like, this is how I want it. I'm like, all right, cool. I was like, well, I'll just go outside and like do something out there then.
Yeah. Another question is like, do you wish like that you got called back to do like another season of Love Games just like Taylor did? Because Taylor was like the only one to make from your season to like make a comeback.
Yeah, I don't think I would have if they asked me to come back. I don't think I would have. I would want to. I was wanting to venture out on other avenues instead of like that type of reality show. Now, if I was called to do a different type of reality show, not like a dating one, I probably would have. But that was fun at the time. Like I'm glad Taylor wanted to go. He was invited back and all that stuff out of like all the guys. But would I have gone back? Probably not. Because it would have been interesting because I think I was titled as Mr. Romance or something like that. I think that was like my title. So who the heck knows how that would have played out if I was invited back for the third or fourth season. So I mean, yeah, I probably wouldn't go back.
Yeah, because they would, if you were brought back, they would expect you. Because a lot of reality shows, they bring people back because they want like them to turn stuff up and like kind of like start drama and stuff. And in season 4, that's pretty much what he did. Just like got so much drama started, and it made for good TV. It made for good TV, and so I just think a lot of people, like for example, you get like they get robbed out of a second chance or something like that because you don't know what they can bring if they're eliminated early.
Yeah, exactly. And it was crazy because Taylor, like when I saw like a week or so ago, like when he got clocked in the face by that girl from, I think she was from definitely the Bay Area. I don't know if it was Oakland or that surrounding area, but I'm like
Long Beach.
Long Beach. Okay, yeah, Long Beach. I'm like, you don't fuck with no one from Long Beach. Let's start there. Because when he got clocked, I was like, did he just fucking get hit on the bed like that? I was like, damn. And then I really thought like all his bow ties were actually like he tied them himself. But I was just like, I guess a pop and boom. So I was like, all right. I was like, Taylor's moving on up. So I mean, it's definitely interesting. Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, no. But yeah, they definitely switch things. Like you said though, they invite people back that knows how to stir the pot. Would I have stirred the pot in a way? Maybe. Who knows?
Most definitely. So would you definitely for example, about the girls now. So the girls like in the house, Natalie, Leah, and Amber B. So each one of them, like individually, like what were they like? Like how were they like on camera and off camera?
Same personalities. It was it might have been hyped. It might have been amped up a little bit more when cameras were rolling because it's cameras, but their personalities were exactly like they were on and off camera. Because Natalie, her whole thing was like back in the day, and also what was it? I run LA.
Yeah.
So I mean, she definitely had a lot of fucking sass. Which, all right, cool, that's great. No, their personalities definitely. When you have 3 ladies with 3 different personalities, there's going to be some shit that goes down, shit that clashes and all that stuff. And so that's exactly why they did that. And I mean, no, they were definitely the same on and off camera, for sure.
So the infamous fight, Amber B versus Natalie. What were your thoughts on that?
I think, what was it? I think most of us were downstairs doing things, chilling, playing pool, and a few of them were upstairs with them. And I think we just heard that drama go down, and we all just fucking booked it up there. I was like, actually, I stayed down. I was like, God damn, what's going on here? And that shit was, and I think there was actually supposed to be like no fist fighting at all whatsoever. Maybe, I don't know, but it was, that shit was, whew, that shit was heated.
I was like the same way the guys were shocked, I was just as shocked as a viewer, like while watching it and stuff. Like it was just like, in my like, my theories were that the guys were thinking like, oh hell, nah, I'm really in a bad girls clubhouse for real.
Yeah, it was. No, we all thought that. I mean, you obviously bring the girls from that show to a reality show like that. That's gonna just amp things up even more. I mean, if when y'all were watching the show, just imagine being there, like when it's fucking happening. Like it's words that you can't really describe. You're like, fuck, like this shit's going. I'm like, those girls from over there, but now they're here, and you're like, this shit's going down hard in the paint.
Oh, it was, and most definitely, like even after the fight, all I could remember was I think one dude, his name was Robert, and his comment it cracked me up. He was just laughing afterwards. He said he called her a dude, and that cracked me up. I don't know why I laughed so hard at that part.
Yeah,
Was he like the jokester of the house?
I'm trying to think.
He wasn't really there long enough. Like he got eliminated. He got eliminated. The second episode. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because that's when the fight happened, I think.
Yeah, the same episode he got eliminated when the fight took place. That was episode 2. It happened early on in the season.
damn, y'all know your stuff. Woo. I'm trying to remember most of the stuff that like went down and all that stuff, but yeah, it was a lot of drama. I mean, you're in a house with several people 24/7, so tensions will get high and people's personalities will come out, and I mean it's insane. I mean, it was just, I don't know if I can like be cooped up in a house with like a ton of people like that for like days and months on end. It's just, it gets to you. You gotta find your balance for sure.
Mm. So, who were you feeling that connection with more? Like, was it out of the 3 girls? Who did you connect with the most?
I think what it was I was going more towards Amber B. And I was like, you know what? Let me step outside, like, what I do, and like, see what the other young ladies are about. But I was geared more towards like Amber B a lot, because like that was, the personality, like the type and all that stuff, but I definitely had to like venture out. It was definitely her at first, for sure. Yeah, and she was the one that actually like saved me on the first episode when Greg got eliminated. So, yeah, I was definitely vibing more of that.
So, before the show, did you watch any other seasons on Bad Girls Club?
Yeah, no, I never watched a single thing whatsoever. I mean, how I got asked to do that show, I never even heard of the Bad Girls Club. I never even heard of any of those shows. And I was at an event at Gay Pride in San Diego working with the client there. And the guy's boyfriend at the time was like, Matt, I got this girl I want to introduce you to. Let's go. I was like, what's up, my boss? I was like, peace. Walked over with his boyfriend to the girl, and I met her. And so we started talking, connecting, vibing. And she's like, hey, do you want to do a reality show? I was like, only if I get your number first. And so I was only supposed to be in LA for Pride for 2 days, San Diego for 2 days, and then do a photo shoot in Orange County area. And so I was like, all right, cool. They're like, sweet. Let me get your contact info. We exchanged numbers. The very next day, I went to 2 days later, I went to LA, interviewed and all that stuff on that show because I met somebody. If I didn't meet that person, I wouldn't even never known about the show whatsoever. So, no, I did not see a single other episode. I might have saw a few minutes of one just to get the vibe of it, like what was potentially going to happen. But in reality shows, you can never know what's going to happen.
So, do you stay in contact with any of the girls? Like after you did Love Games, did they like stay in contact with you? Did they like message you? Like, like just kind of like on some like on friendship level.
Gosh, no. Like after I departed the show, no contact, nothing whatsoever. Which I mean, was fine with me. I mean, because the show was still going, and then after the show, obviously, everyone went their different ways. So I mean, like I said, I think the guys were a lot more like made bonds and like kept in touch all these years. So yeah, no. After I only spoke to him on the show. Yeah.
In the house, if you could choose, like who was the more the villain of the house? Who would you choose? Who was that person that kind of just always got drama started?
Gosh, that's a good fucking question.
I would say, I think I remember, Matthew, I remember me and you had a conversation about like one specific cast member, and I remember I asked you about like Jason and like, if you know about his whereabouts. So speaking of like villains, I feel like Jason probably would be one of them because I remember Jason kind
Yeah.
of initiated and started something with Corey B. Like, and then he started something with Ryan as well. Ryan was the tattoo guy that Leo.
Yeah, that's his name. I was trying to remember.
Yeah, that okay, that's what it was. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I would gear towards that. Cause I was thinking of Javier too. No, definitely not really a villain.
Yeah, Javier's not a villain.
No, John, no.
I think
Taylor.
Jason was.
Yeah, I would definitely go that route. Because I mean, you always have to have, no matter what group or anything like that. I mean, you have to have somebody be that instigator, be that person that pushes the buttons and all that stuff.
As much as I loved Taylor was a villain too, I think, because I remember he started picking fights with John. Yeah. And then him and John got in a scuffle, if I can remember.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that, but I know exactly what you're talking about. It was definitely heated. I don't know the exact extent of it because, like I said, it's been so long, and I kind of like just put that stuff like in the back burner. But no, I definitely could see that. Taylor did definitely have some villain to him and all that stuff.
That's really like, and I agree with that. I'm surprised they didn't bring because if they would have brought back Jason, because that was one person that really just kind of shook up the house a little bit, and that just got under people's skins, and it was just a big surprise not seeing him on another season, and he just disappeared.
I mean, honestly, maybe there were people that were asked, but then it conflicted with their schedules and all that stuff, so that could have been the reason. But who knows? Because, like I said, I was never reached out about with it. And honestly, that was probably the time whenever that season aired. I've been with the Miss now, married 2 years this past January, together 9 this April. So it could have been during that time, and who the heck knows?
Is there any guys from any other season of Love Games that you've talked to? Just talk to.
There might have been a few friend requests on like Facebook, maybe, and maybe Instagram too, but might have been one person talking to, but I think that would be. I think there was a few friend requests, but other than that, though, I would probably have to like dive through my messages to like see exactly if there was any conversation, but. Other than talking to Benz, Greg, Corey, and hanging out with Corey and shooting his headshots, not anybody else. John, a few times, but yeah, I mean, I think those were like the people, and of course Bruno. But other than that, though, I mean, I think all the other guys, even from the other games, no.
Okay. Well, one question I do want to get to is when, because I don't know if you were still in the house when this incident occurred, but when John was kind of up and ready to go and kept telling, like, kind of got into it with, like, kind of like camera crew, saying, get the camera out of my face, and pretty much, is there anything we missed from that moment?
Was I? I'm trying to think. I don't think I was there for that moment. I don't think because I was eliminated. What? Not for the fourth episode?
Mm.
Maybe I'm trying to think of that. I don't think.
Because John was so like he was almost to the finish line, but he eliminated himself because he had a girlfriend named Johanna or something at home, and then
Oh, damn.
he missed her, so he was honest, I think, with the girls, and well, yeah, he eliminated himself, and I was just like, that was a waste of space. But yeah, like I'm pretty sure you got eliminated before him. I think it was after.
Yeah. So that might have that was probably then definitely after me for sure. Like I don't. Damn. Did not realize that.
Yeah, it got tense as the season kept going on, and it was pretty interesting, and it was also, like, there was kind of like several spots that could have just been given to somebody else. Like, everybody has their opinions of who should have been eliminated, who shouldn't have, but it's all like what's good for who, like, because I don't really think, because if any sort of, when Greg got eliminated the first episode, they didn't connect with him at all. They just kind of like just upped and eliminated him.
So the elimination room, as you guys saw, that shit's fucking heated. Like, meaning, like, you're sitting in a room with all these cameras and all these lights. It's fucking, just talking with each other and all stuff. No, they interview you after you're eliminated. So, I mean, other than that, though, basically, once you're eliminated from that room, you're gone. Like, your bags, you have like a few minutes to pack your bags. I think a few of us I might have packed my bags the first few times just to have them already fucking ready, just in case anything happened. And so, but no, once you're eliminated from that room, you're gone. You're gone, and then whatever they do with you after, a post interview and questions if you would have done anything differently, X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, no, I'd do the same shit.
Also, a question I have is like, because I know you pretty much already spoke about this, but I want to go more into like depth about it regarding like what did you think was gonna happen when you squared up the mustard on Bruno? Like, did you think that he was gonna get up and fight you like when you see him charging at you, or were you prepared to go home? Like, what was like your thought?
Fuck, when I did that, because I remember this everywhere. There's a few of us that like, yeah, go do it. So when I did that, when obviously ran away, stepped up, there could have been fish thrown. I think in my thought process was, I wanted he might have wanted me to hit him first and vice versa, because if you hit somebody, you're gone. So, I mean, there could have, I think there could have been a fist fight, but we didn't want to, I think one of us wanted to do it first. You know how, like, if you're like in a square off with somebody, you want the other person to, do it first. And I think it was like that, but if there wasn't anything where, like, if you hit somebody, you're gone, then I think there would have been fish thrown. But it's like you didn't want to be that first person. But yeah, that was definitely a moment.
Yeah, that part cracked me up, because it just, when he did like the little headbutt, it just kind of cracked me up, because I was just like, what is he doing?
Yeah, I was like, I was like, this is going down. This shit's happening. But luckily, nothing, happened right after that. So it was all good. I don't know how much longer he lasted on the show. I don't think any of us really connected until like well after the show.
Yeah.
So.
Because I do know that like Ben's Ben's like you said, Ben's did a lot after the show. Like he was like really like, in my opinion, everyone's relevant. It's just the fans pick and choose who they want to give the most time to, which makes them feel like a few cast members may be irrelevant, but it's just because they just pick and choose who they want to acknowledge more. But in my like
Exactly.
Ben's is like I feel like the most known from his season as well as Greg. But Ben's did do a lot after. I do know that Ben's met like a few people from other seasons. Like Ben's met Nick from season 1, who won with Sarah from Love Game season 1.
Okay. Yeah, I know he did a lot. When we connected in LA years and years back, he got me an interview with his agency at the time, which was cool as shit. And then a couple of years ago or so, when I was still living in LA, we linked up for a workout and then went to go have some vegan food. So yeah, we linked up once and then just kept in contact, here and there sporadically because we all have, busy. We're all doing something at any given moment, and he definitely is hustling hard. So
The hustle. So what it's about, the hustle. And it seems real. Like he seems like he's really just very after the show, just making moves and stuff. And
Yeah,
I think that's what. I think that's what it's all a part of. Like when you get on reality TV, afterward,
yeah.
you get noticed. You want to do more.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's like an experience where you can either take it and turn it into a bad thing, or take it and turn it into a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. And I think a lot of people wanted to maybe keep the reality way, or just figure out because we were all super young at the time, and so we were all finding our ways. Shortly after the filming and all that stuff, I moved to LA. Not too long after to do some stuff and everything. So you definitely, like you said, you want to be on the grind, you want to hustle, and everyone has their thing they want to do.
yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely.
What was your reaction? What was your reaction when you realized that you were tagged in something by BGC Obsessed page? Like, were you shocked that fans were still thinking about you, or
I was honestly when I saw all that shit start blowing up, I was like, what the fuck's going on here? I was like, oh boy, showed the wife. She starts, getting a good little laugh. And then all of a sudden, all these friend requests and all these, messages and all that stuff. And I was like, all right, this is going down. This is good times. So I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was crazy to see that people are actually I was one of their favorites, and all of a sudden people are still thinking about me after all these years, and also I'm like, damn, okay. I'm like, well, I made some sort of impact. And then
Most definitely.
yeah, when we were talking all stuff, I just love spreading the whole, everything positive. If the drama doesn't involve me, I don't want to be in the drama. I would rather uplift you. I'd rather motivate you. If I can, help you out on your journey somehow, I definitely will. It's just all about just being positive. And what you put out there is exactly what you get back. And so I love this whole thing right here, what y'all are doing and all that stuff, the whole, the positive tea thing. I feel like I should be having tea with me right now, So, but no, it's definitely a good thing though. It's interesting to see who's going to be or who's on this live and all that stuff. And I don't know how to work this nonsense, so I'm looking right now.
Yeah, it's still kind of confusing to me. They update the app every week or so, and it's just weird.
Yeah, Instagram glitches a lot too, and it's just annoying because it's whenever Chris, who's a spokesperson, usually goes on live, but sometimes it gives him a hard time, so that's the annoying part. But Matthew, do you have any advice for people who go through bullying, suffer through bullying, any encouraging words for them, or?
I I would say, you know, people that, you know, get bullied or made fun of and all that stuff, I always tell people, I even tell those persons that they're just envious of what they know your potential is. They know you can do something, but they don't want you to do it. They're, you know, hey, you know, you're fat shaming, you're making fun of the way, you know, they speak or anything like that, or getting bullied. And it sucks that we live in a world where, you know, people are getting bullied all the time. Now it's been years now, internet bullying. It's crazy how like words can impact a person. I just, you know, tell people just be positive, like spread that positivity and just, you know, have words of encouragement instead of words of just hatred towards that person. Whatever's going on in your life, don't take it out on somebody else whatsoever. There's no reason to make fun of somebody. I mean, unless it's like you and your friends and all that stuff, you're, you know, bantering back and forth like that. But other than that, I mean, I just ignore, try as much as possible to like ignore all the haters. They're only hating because they want to be you. They know what you have to offer, know what you have going on, and they're just jealous.
Yeah, most definitely. So Mr. Kempstone's his live is lagging, like his part, but basically we're about to wrap this up. But any last words you want to say? So,
And no, I'm honestly like I'm very like honored and like humbled that y'all. I don't know if you heard that last part. I was telling I'm like very honored and humbled that y'all wanted to like, you know, talk to me and like have like this cool conversation and all that stuff. I feel like, you know, if we met in person, it'd be just like a good fucking vibe.
Definitely.
Just be chill. And you know, just I tell people just live the life that you want to live, because I learned too recently that I'm seeing you all the way I see you guys, and you're seeing me the way you want to see me. But your reality is different from the reality I'm looking at right now with you guys going on. So, I mean, just keep on pushing. Don't have any regrets in life. Just live it to your fullest. It's okay to like have relaxed days. It's okay to, you know, just do what you want to do. Who cares if you only have one friend? You don't need to have those friends that want to, if you would rather on a Friday night work on, you know, a passion project of yours, whatever it may be, do that versus having that FOMO and having all your friends and all that stuff go out, do all that stuff. Who cares? Because, you know, at the end of the day, it's going to make you happy.
Right.
Yeah.
most definitely. So when we go, like we're about to go off live right now, but like we need to save this live. So can y'all save it as well? Like how it goes is,
How do you save it?
it's when you go off, it's gonna give you an option. It's gonna give you an option. It's gonna be like, do you want to save this live? And it's gonna be like yes.
Okay, when you go off live, it'll ask that. Okay.
Yeah, just don't click fast. Just go slow and you'll see it.
Okay. So,
But yeah,
Okay.
fun.
we will. And if you guys want to follow Muffin, her IG's Pizza My Muff.
Sure.
Yeah, guys, make sure to follow Muffin.
Yes, make sure to follow.
Muff, tell him your hood.
That is adorable.
Oh yeah, she has a whole closet. I'll send you all guys a photo later on of what her closet looks like. It's bigger than mine.
All right, this was fun, yeah. We'll keep.
Oh yeah, you got it. So click off and then save. You got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Y'all have a great night.
All right.
You too. God bless you.
Take care.
All right.
Bye.